Mabuhay! We, the inventors of a new revolutionary product, would like to introduce to you the Spli cane, a multi-purpose cane that can work both as a cane and as a splint. Our invention wishes to tackle the problems brought about by tornadoes, malevolent forces of nature that will destroy anything in its path. To be precise, we wish to tackle two issues that are caused by these destructive calamities. The first being its ability to cause bone fractures, and the second being the scattered debris all over the surroundings. Although bone fractures are pretty rare in everyday life, in a tornado, they, along with bone dislocations, make up 13% of all sustained injuries. Furthermore, the elderly are more prone to obtaining these injuries. As for the scattered debris found after a tornado, it can be incredibly difficult to traverse around them.
To further expound on the Spli cane's functionality, we will explain its two main purposes. Its first and initial purpose is as a cane, which will be used to assist the elderly to walk around and over the scattered debris. Its second purpose is to act as a splint. Splints are a first aid device used to stabilize and protect a fractured bone from further damage, which are attached on the side of the broken bone. To further understand our invention, here are the different parts and components of the Spli cane.
Now, we shall discuss how exactly this cane works. It's pretty simple, in fact. The first step requires us to break the two aluminum rods apart. These rods are joined together by the handle and shock absorber found at both edges of the cane. The handle and shock absorber are both screwed onto the rods. These can then be detached from the aluminum rods, and once detached, the two rods will immediately break apart from each other. These rods can now be used as splints. The handle can be folded to save space. Both the shock absorber and the handle will then be set aside. Then, unwind the splint dressing from the dressing rod and put it on the site of the broken bone. In preparation for a tornado, the splint dressing may be wound on the rod on the other side of the pills dispenser so that you may get this from the handle when you get injured.
These light blue cylinders have a sliding mechanism similar in design with sliding doors, so that you can put them around your now covered broken bone. Afterwards, tighten and fasten the two aluminum splints by pulling on the velcros in the light blue cylinders on one of the poles. In addition, in order to make this cane reusable and easy to use, the velcros will retract like those found in measuring tapes, thus keeping it clean from dust. Once the two rods are fastened together, this will be the end result. Your leg has been saved from further damage. Yay!
On top of the different mechanisms found in our invention, there are additional features. Our invention can be used without our hands by attaching the forearm to the armrest. This is especially useful for people with tremors or those who have weak hand grips, which is more prevalent in old people. In addition, there will be a pills dispenser which will dispense the pills that will help calm the patient. The shock absorber, as the name suggests, will absorb the shock whenever the cane is pushed to the ground, making it more comfortable to use for the older people. The cane is also adjustable, so that you can adjust the height to your desire. It will also have a hook, where you can attach a bag if you want, as well as a dressing rod, which is where the dressing for the fracture can be found. A flashlight is also present, just in case the surroundings get too dim.
With all that being said, we can confidently say that our invention will target and contribute to the Sustainable Development Goals of the United Nations. To be specific, our device will be able to contribute to Sustainable Development Goals 3 and 9, which are ensuring good health and well-being and investing in infrastructure, innovation, and industry. Furthermore, our device will be affordable since it will be primarily made of aluminum, an inexpensive, durable, and lightweight material. It should also be relatively easy to use since most of the mechanisms are self-explanatory and require little effort to work. Here are the references used for our research.
Thank you for listening to our presentation.
Terima kasih.